How's it going, everybody? My name is Drum Guy and welcome back to a brand new video. And today's video is just something special because, oh my god, My Chemical Romance are back with a brand new song. I think this is the first new material that they've released in like a decade or something to that effect. It's been a long time since we got any new My Chemical Romance stuff. And honestly, it's been kind of weird. Ever since MCR broke up, there was constantly rumours that they were getting back together. Then they pulled the absolute like April Fool's joke, because if I remember correctly off the top of my head, didn't they re-release the Black Parade, or it was like a best song compilation album. I remember visually, it's like the statue, isn't it? It's like the artwork was the statue for the cover, and everyone was like, oh my god, My Chemical Romance getting back together, and it turns out it wasn't. It was just a new sort of release of older material. And again, rumors galore. Ever since MCR have broken up, it's constantly been something. But then, all of a sudden, My Chemical Romance announced they were actually coming back together. And me personally, I kind of expected an album to come off of it. Like, it's the first time they've been together in like maybe in close to a decade, I believe. I thought they would have worked on a new album a lot sooner, but it was just touring, which is still great, don't get me wrong. A lot of fans were happy about that, but I did kind of expect an album sooner. I think maybe an album is in the works. I want to say it is. I wouldn't say I was a big My Chemical Romance fan, but I did enjoy listening to their music. I actually remember the first time I ever listened to My Chemical Romance was, there used to be a game. Now, if anyone's out there as a gamer, you'll know this. There used to be a game called Saints Row 2. It was a peak game at its time. I loved it. I played the hell out of it. And on one of the radio stations, the song Teenagers was on it. And you was able to make a custom radio station with like chosen songs that you wanted to put together, and I put Teenagers in it. And I just remember driving around the city, just like shooting gang members from like the Brotherhood or the Sons of Samedi or the Ronin, and just listening to the song Teenagers, you know, just crashing into vehicles, singing to the chorus. Now, I have spoken for long enough. We're going to get into the song. I really want to see how they sound. So this is Fountains of Decay, My Chemical Romance. Let's go. I'm so excited. Okay, some sort of weird electronic effect, like distortion, kind of like static. Okay. So is this going to be like a slower song? Or is it going to suddenly thump in? Bit of a build up now, coming into the chorus. Okay, so far let's kind of talk about what we've heard. Weird effect on the music video. I'm trying to make. Looks like bugs or something that's like moving around. I can't quite tell. Sometimes it looks like it, and sometimes it doesn't. But to the song at hand, yeah, definitely a bit of a slower song. Obviously, different vibe to what I thought I was gonna hear. I think it's because, to be honest, I'm basing what I usually know of My Chemical Romance sound like. You know, that sort of, well, from the songs I've heard anyway, the faster sort of pop punky style songs. This really isn't going for that. I don't think. It might change down the line, but I don't think it's going for that. Obviously, a weird static effect at the beginning, and then is it guitar and I think was it keyboard there as well, or piano. That started it. That was kind of nice, and then the vocals come in with that weird sort of distortion, sort of distorted effect on it. That was a nice sort of vibe. Then we come into the then we had the build up, sort of a standard build up. I felt the chorus was coming, and then we had the chorus. The chorus was okay, to be honest. I am gonna say one slight criticism I probably would say on the chorus, and it's very, very rare that I criticise a song in a reaction. I thought there was probably a little bit too much bass drum in that chorus. It was like a constant, like do, like constantly going. I just feel that maybe for that chorus it was a bit too much kick. But who knows? I still think it was a good chorus. So let's carry on. I like the melody of this song. Build up again. Oh, like this. This sounds quite heavy, this part. Ooh, I like that. Jesus Christ, this is a bit much for MCR, isn't it? This is like a breakdown. Wow, that part was really cool. I was literally, as the chorus was finishing, I was gonna pause it because I was gonna say that it's definitely got a very dark vibe, this song, just the tone of it, and then backed up by this video. And then it just went dun dun, and I went, oh, hang on, I can't pause it now, something's gonna happen. I feel something was about to happen, and then that section happened. I really wanted to pause it and just have a little more of a discussion, but I couldn't for that. I did not want to interrupt that part. That was cool. That was that sounded like a heavy breakdown section I just did not expect from My Chemical Romance, but that was pretty cool. I was gonna say, because we heard the second chorus again, and I gave it a bit of a criticism. I have no problem with the way the chorus is sounding in terms of like vocals and everything else. I think it's just more from a drummer's perspective. I just don't like that drum pattern. I don't like the constant kick, and I don't like the double snare hit for every time the snare comes in. It's like that do 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 do. I just don't. Just from a drummer's perspective, I personally just don't like that drum pattern for that chorus. That's the criticism I had. So I'm not criticizing the song in terms of overall how the chorus was. It's just from the drummer's perspective. I think that section's just definitely made up for that, because that was cool. I did not expect that, and the fact that the music, the video was like flashing and stuff, just really backed up that sort of. I don't know. It was really going for like a really dark, sort of angry part. And that definitely backed it up. That was pretty cool. Different drum beat now. Oh, we're going again. Wow. Didn't expect it to go like that at the end. And just all that static and guitar outro, just to sort of, it's because the way to describe it is it sounds messy, but I know what it's trying to achieve, and it's hard to explain. But if you kind of get where I'm coming from, then maybe you understand what I'm saying. So wow, so that is the song, Foundations of Decay by My Chemical Romance. And what do I think? I actually think, to be honest, overall it's a great song. The one criticism I had is, like I said, is just from the drummer's perspective. I just didn't like the drum beat for that chorus that much. I thought the kick was a bit too overpowering for that chorus, and I didn't like the double snare hit all the time. But as far as the actual chorus itself goes, in terms of the melody and the vocals and guitars and all that, I liked it. The overall theme of the song, I feel, is dark. It's a really dark and kind of depressing music video. Not music video, song. But that's the vibe they're going for. It's Foundations of Decay. It's all decay. It's all rotting. That's backed up obviously by the vibe of the music video. So I'm wondering if this is going to be just a standalone single or part of an album. It'd be cool if it's part of an album, because I want to know if maybe they're going with like a dystopian style album theme, in terms of like it's singing about like a world where everything's just rotten and it's just gone, or maybe, I don't know, maybe I'm looking too much into it. Like I said, the highlight of this song for me personally was definitely that section, that weird part I didn't expect them to do, that really heavier part, which then surprisingly returned briefly at the very end. When everything cut out and it was just Gerard's vocals, I thought, okay, this is how the song's going to fade out. It's going to be his vocals, because it sort of sets that tone for the dark vibe. It's just everything cuts out and it was just his vocals. But then it came back in just to really cement this feeling that the song had, which I think could have been achieved if it didn't have it. But the fact that it put it back in that heavy dun dun part and that bit where Gerard sort of screamed in a way. Just gave that sort of angry vibe. So it's really interesting. There's the vibe and the feeling of the song. It's got a lot of emotion into it. So it's interesting to find it's interesting to figure out what they're planning. What are My Chemical Romance planning? Is it a standalone single, or is it actually part of an album that explores more of this theme that they've got going on? I really have a dystopian type feel to this, so I kind of hope that they go along that route and there's like a whole album on this theme. That would be really, really cool, and I think it would really pave a way for MCR to explore different vibes. So everyone pretty much knows MCR is one of the big pop punk bands, you know, Three Cheers for Sweet Revenge, Black Parade, Danger Days, maybe I've missed one, I can't think off the top of my head, you know, and they were all, you know, they're good albums, but they all kind of, I think, have the same, they all have different elements, but they obviously predominantly all got an underlying same vibe. This, obviously they've been away for nearly a decade, they've come back, probably a lot of new ideas to explore, and I feel that having that break, that big long of a gap, has probably given them the best opportunity to kind of start again in a way, like really pump into a new vibe. I feel that if they did this 10 years ago, straight after Danger Days, that maybe a lot of fans would definitely not have liked it. It sound just from off this song too much of a change to what they previously did. But the fact that they've had that 10-year gap, it's allowed them to kind of have that opportunity to pump this vibe and to pump this new style that it seems that maybe they're going for. So it's interesting to find out. They can explore a lot of new things, I feel, if this is going to be part of an album, which I have a feeling it's going to be, and I kind of hope it will be. I kind of hope we get another single, which I imagine we will, that actually does feature the band in a music video, maybe along to this theme. Maybe they didn't do one for this because they didn't know what to expect. They didn't know how people were going to take it. Obviously, the reception from this has been big. It's probably been great for them to see that a lot of people still love MCR and are happy that they're releasing new material. So it's going to be interesting to see what they come out with and what else they have in store. But I like where this might be possibly going. Like I said, I did enjoy the song. I don't want people to think I hated the song just because that small criticism I had, that was just purely from a drummer's perspective. But in terms of the song in general, I did enjoy it. I liked it. I really liked that heavier section. That was just because I didn't expect it, but the vibe and the theme that this is all going for, I really dug it, and I really, really hope that a future album, which I would imagine is in the pipeline, continues this theme, and this is part of it and not just a standalone single. Very, very interesting to see what's going to be coming out of the My Chemical Romance camp. I'd love to hear what your guys' thoughts are on this song. Did you like it? Did you not? Do you think it's going to be a standalone single, or do you think it's going to be part of an album? And if so, do you want the album to continue this vibe? Do you want it to, or do you just want this song to have kind of like its own feel to it, and the rest of the album doesn't? Maybe comment down below as well. Do you like the sound that maybe My Chemical Romance are slightly going, or do you prefer them to just stick to what you know My Chemical Romance sounds like, that really pop punk orientated stuff? For me personally, I do like the early My MCR stuff and the sound that they did, but I do understand why they are changing to this vibe. Obviously this is only one song to go off, but like I said, that nearly a decade-year gap, I think, has really given them the opportunity to do something like this. And if it is obviously going to be something more to really, really explore a different sound and feel than what they usually are probably done in the past. So I'd love to hear people's thoughts down below in the comments. So please whack your comments down below. Thank you everybody for watching. I hope you've enjoyed watching as I've enjoyed listening to this video. My name is the Drum Guy, and I will see you all in the next video. Bye bye.